2, 3. Hi everyone, welcome to the Hunyah Show. Today on the Hunyah Show, we're talking about everything related to volunteering because volunteering is a strong point on your resume. Today on the Hunyah Show, our guest is one of the top 25 Clean Immigrant Award 2021 recipient, is a volunteer at any time of the year, runs Sukh For Change, and is a professor. Welcome, Sukhjeet Uncle.
Thank you, Hunyah. And you need to tell your audience why I'm Sukhjeet Uncle also.
Yes, and it's my pleasure
I'm
to have you on my show.
I am very much excited to be on your show, and I follow TheHunyahTravels very closely, and you're part of big family of Malton Women Council.
Yes.
I'm excited, and I'm glad that in my introduction you have used the word professor because many of even my unknown people also don't know that I do teach part-time. So thank you very much. But yes, before moving to Canada, I was a full-time professor.
That's interesting. And I guess you have a lot to say in there. So welcome, Sukhjeet Uncle. My first question is, how did your journey in volunteering begin?
It all began with self-discovery and as a newcomer, when multiple challenges, including multiple challenges, the biggest challenge was to know how things works in Canada. And the best advice I got, along with many other advices, was to be a volunteer. So that's how, with that small spark of just having the taste that what is actually volunteer work. And to my surprise, when I started, I never knew that it's actually a very formal process here in Canada when you embark on the journey of volunteerism. Because, in Punjabi, Hindi word, we say seva, and here volunteerism is volunteerism, right? So, but it's very formal process. So in that journey, when I moved to Canada, when I was trying to establish myself, I was trying to know how things works in Canada. I chose to be a volunteer. And it turned out that it was not one-time activity. I got so intrigued into this. I enjoyed it so much. I learned so much. I got so much of recognition that I still am a volunteer. I volunteer with multiple organizations. I enjoy it. Now I advocate volunteerism, not only among newcomers, but whomever we meet, wherever I get chance, I speak about volunteerism and the benefit it can bring. So from that small start, now I feel that whatever I am because of volunteerism and my involvement as a volunteer in the community.
That's amazing, because often many people think about volunteerism is that, oh, they don't get money. But no, the experience that you get in there is like, it's very enriching that you want to actually, like, you want to continue doing it. Like for me, I started like back when I was like in high school. So it's been like since when I was 14 till now, I volunteer. So I just keep doing it. Like, it's like, when you volunteer, the better and better, like, you get to connect with people. Like, I can totally relate.
I mostly, Hunyah, call it's addiction, right? Mm-hmm. And this addiction is to give back to the community. If I have to compare, you mentioned about that volunteer, like it is for free. It's actually not for free. There are many benefits. And if you turn those benefits into the monetary value, it is equivalent to full-time employees pay, right? So it also depends on how you look at it, right? And as you said, as a high school student, we start, and kids starts with mandatory requirement, right?
Exactly.
But when you look around, you see there are many volunteer-run organizations, small groups, and even on streets and in some small pockets, there are many awesome volunteer opportunities, and also volunteers who contribute their time, their efforts, their expertise in those opportunities.
That's amazing. And moving on to my next question, Sukhjeet Uncle, I know you run your own organization called Sukh For Change. I'd like to know, how did Sukh For Change begin?
It's not a Hunyah organization, it is a brand, right?
Oh,
and I was not into anything, but then when my public profile started growing, I connected with many, and some of them did mention that Sukhjeet, and those people were actually from the marketing, from branding area, right? So they said, Sukhjeet, credibility and visibility are two things which I believe that you already have established some kind of credibility. Now work on your visibility. And I had no idea what visibility is, but then they helped me to understand that what Sukhjeet stands for. I remember Sukh for Change was given by two people, Karen and Prague.
Oh,
They were
okay.
the first one who put this idea, who put this grain in my mind that Sukhjeet Singh. So Sukhjeet is a South Asian name.
Yes.
Sukhjeet, winner of happiness. And because we were talking about branding, because Sukhjeet, you are bringing change in people's life. You are changing people, changing lives, not in individuals, but in terms of society, in terms of a country also. You are impacting lives, right? So Sukhjeet from Sukhjeet, they helped me to pick Sukh for change means I'm a change ambassador. I'm a change agent, and that was the
That's
first time
interesting.
this brand came. And then I started working on with them, brainstorming what brand is. Then website came. I had a Twitter, I had LinkedIn, but then and now this is the time when branding is everything, visibility is everything. But I always want to mention this, and I always say this: branding alone will not do anything until there is something tangible which is inside you, your authenticity, that what you can bring to the world, right?
Right.
Branding itself will not work in longer run if you don't have anything to offer, right? So
Right.
that's how Sukh for Change, as my own brand started. And I just it's just a way for me to tell the world that this is what I am involved in, this is what I do. When I launched my book, I posted on my website. My launch was done through website, which means like people were buying book through my website. So
Oh,
there
that's
was lot,
interesting.
yeah,
Because
there was a
normally
lot
people
involved.
go to Amazon like right away. Like for a person like me, like I just usually go to Amazon and just order right from there.
Yeah, now it is on available on Amazon. I'm talking about when I launched. It was launched through my website, but ultimately it went to Amazon.
I see, that's interesting. Because with me, like I can relate to when you talk about branding, like as a content creator, and it's like what I do, like pretty much 'cause I'm like a freelance student myself, right? It's like branding is an important, crucial part of what you do, right? Because it's like you have to make it your identity, right? As a part of being an entrepreneur. So that I found is like really interesting what you said. Because for me, Hunyah Travels, I just at the time I made this before COVID, and then somehow now it's like Hunyah Travels is like it's reaching two different heights now. So that's what's
Oh, I
happening with.
see it, and congratulations. And Hania, I enjoy that swag bag. You had a lot of goodies in that, and
Thank
you
you.
know, see it when you look at it from an outsider view, like Hania Travels, like it is kind of interesting tagline, and those who come across the profile, they want to see what it is all about, right?
Yeah,
And
actually, when I first started, I wasn't even a freelance student. It just started from like because I wanted to write, I want to talk about traveling, and like the way how you're talking about that you wanted to go change ambassador for me, it was like more towards food, and now like I added in so many different things in there. So it's like we
awesome.
keep branding and branding and branding again and again.
Congratulations and best of luck to you with this
Thank
venture
you.
also.
And you too, like Sukh for Change, the way how you mentioned about how it comes into marketing, all this, I didn't know that. So that's new to me because I'm still learning it.
Thank
And
you.
then my third question is, so Sukhjeet uncle, what advice would you give to someone about benefits about volunteering?
Multiple benefits. It matters to whom I'm talking to. If it is somebody who's young, who is still exploring that what career path he or she need to take, my advice would be different. If it is somebody like somebody's just impressed with my work and they have never volunteered, my advice would be different for them. And because very soon we will be celebrating National Volunteer Week. And recently I posted on my social media that if you have never volunteered, maybe this is the right time, because in month of April we celebrate National Volunteer month, a week every year. And you can go to www.volunteercanada.ca and find out more about it. So it all depends on the need of the person. Somebody just want to experience something new, something different. Say, for example, if you love gardening, then I can tell you that where you can go to volunteer, where you can also learn more about gardening, right? If you have green thumb, if you have great interest, then this is the best thing you can do. You like to work with seniors, then there are multiple organizations where they are always seeking volunteers who can help to run their programs. It all depends on your need. And
I
also,
agree.
one most important thing is it's not only that it's your interest, but it can be skilled based also. This is how I started my journey, because I had my computer background, and there are not lot many volunteer opportunities related to computing and teaching, right? So
Right.
I saw one, two, three opportunities, and this is how I started. I started with the very basic of teaching about ABC of computers at one of the nonprofit organization. Then I moved on to the second role. I was volunteering, but I was also connecting with people. I was also networking. So my advice is, again, it depends on where you are at your life, what stage you are as a student, as a professional, or somebody who's looking at the career change, or somebody who is new to Canada, or somebody who is so bored sitting at home, want to do something.
It's just volunteer.
You just volunteer based on your skill, based on your interest, based on your availability. You can pick and choose. And I will recommend visiting www.volunteermbc.org. This is our peel based organization, which will connect you with multiple other organizations where you can look for volunteer opportunities and apply directly. But that is peel based. But if you go to www.volunteercanada.ca, anybody within Canada can go to that website and look for volunteer opportunities based on your province, your city. You will be connected to the local volunteer center. Check out their website and take it from there.
That's amazing. And
Thank you.
Sujit uncle, my last question for you is: would you like to share your social media handles? Where can viewers connect with you and find out about volunteer opportunities and might want to work with you? Let's say, like in the summer, this students will be
Wonderful.
done.
See, social media handles. I have Facebook, I have LinkedIn, I have Twitter, I have Instagram. I prefer, if it is a professional advice or some kind of professional connection, your viewers want to make that connection with me, I prefer leave me a message on LinkedIn. Again, it is very simple. You just need to put my name, Sukhjit Singh, or go with Sukh for Change. Whatever you put, it should be Sukhjit Singh or Sukh for Change. Put it on Google, either LinkedIn, Instagram, or Facebook. I will pop up, and feel free to connect. That is for professional connection. If you just want to follow and see what I do, Instagram is the next thing, and my tweets are also. I have maintained one and only one thing on my social
No.
media. LinkedIn is typically very professional. Yes, I can hear you. So different reasons, different platforms, but I am. You can Google my name, Sukhjit Singh, Sukhjit space Singh, and just put Canada. You will find out, or Sukh for Change. Put on Google, and you will find out more about me.
That's
And I'm
interesting. The more social media presence you have, the stronger you are. I
yes, it is.
agree with that.
Yeah.
And so everyone, to the viewers, make sure you follow Sukhjit Singh's Sukh for Change on all the social media platforms: LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of these. And be sure to tune into the next episode of the Hunyah Show. That will be the Queen to Queen starting from April as well. There'll be some Hunyah Travel segments as well. So be sure to follow and subscribe to Sukh for Change and official Hunyah Travels. And I'll be with you in another episode. So bye, everyone.
Thank you, Hunyah. Thank you for the opportunity.